Hi everyone, this is Rensler with Conquer Gaming Lounge, and we are back with another tutorial. It has been so long. We're back. The last one was Factorio, this one is Satisfactory, the 3D version of basically the same game. We're going to start off in the grass fields today. We've got our session name here, Update 5 Tutorial 01. We have a private game so we don't get people griefing in, and we are not going to skip the intro and onboarding process and all of that, because that is the point of a tutorial, is to explain things a step at a time so you understand what is going on, especially if you have never played this before. We're going to hit start game and there's like a video sequence and we have to hit planetfall. We're going to skip all that and we're going to get to the point where we can actually do something in the game. So for you this will boop right into it, but we'll be right back.
Welcome to Planet Massage 2 ABB, your designated sector in the binary star system of Akicha. I am Ada, also known as Artificial Directory and Assistant, tasked to support pioneers, such as you, in their mission. You are the third of your sector to survive planetfall. Congratulations. Note: objective-based introduction initialized. Welcome to onboarding. First objective: please dismantle the drop pod. The resulting materials will be repurposed to construct a habitat and utility base, from now on referred to as the hub. Note: Fix-It Incorporated is cost-effective and efficient. We do not waste.
Alright, well you're probably wondering why the graphics are set to potato. That's because it's what I'm playing on, is potato. Okay? Second up, WASD is how we're going to move around here. So WASD, I am on a ledge. I'm not concerned about falling off. Fall damage is a thing, but a fall of that height is not going to kill my character, and I'm okay with that. And we use the mouse to move around just like that, left, right, up, down. It's what we do. If you're inverted and that's how you roll, then do that. That's totally an option in the game. We got our flying guy. We call that guy, or I call that guy, Steve. He is totally harmless and you cannot clip on him. He clips through things and stuff in your factory, and he is non-destructive and he is fine. Also, I saw Carl running around here somewhere. There he is. That's Carl. He's harmless. He cannot kill you. He will not kill you. He will not destroy your factory. He is not Godzilla or King Kong trying to destroy stuff. Well, so when you do see Carl, Carl's cool. What's up, Carl? There you go. Hey, bud. Alright. Let's get to gaming, right? Let's get to playing the game. So, Ada here says to press F to enter dismantle mode. So we're going to press that and see what happens. All kinds of things. Alright, so in the bottom center, we've got the dismantle, the close, and the mass dismantle icons right there. The instructions that say here's what you got to do and here's the keys that you can press. We also have the glowy ring of something outside on the edges of the display. I don't know what color it is. I have a chromatopsia. Color means nothing to me, right? But to you it's probably some important color. So notice that if I point this at the ground or some leaves over here or a rock, that nothing really happens, right? Nothing visual changes, right? So we've got the drop pod right there just to the left of my cursor. You'll see it's not lit up right now. Now watch when I try to point the cursor at this. See how it lit up like that? That's how you know that's the thing that you're about to dismantle. And if you use mass dismantle, which it says to hold G and then highlight stuff, it will highlight all of those things in this same way and show you, give you visual feedback that says you're about to dismantle all of these things. So we're going to press and hold left click. Now it's gone. Now it says we can press Q or right mouse button or escape to get out, out of dismantle mode. But you know what we can actually do? We can also press F. It's not even there.
All important Fix-It data and communication is recorded and stored in the codex, including these steps.
Alright, so she will pop in every time we do something of note, and she will start giving us more details. I'm here to try to fill in everything that she doesn't say. And what we're going to do is we're going to learn how to run. Let's do that. So things are going to pop in and out. That's just what happens when you're on my graphics setting. Don't even worry about that. So we're going to move forward. And if I press Control, and I am on default keys here, I will run. It's a toggle. It's a toggle for running. Control. So walk, run, walk, run. Now, jumping. Jumping is spacebar, as we would expect. Carl's blinking in and out of existence over there. We're just going to not mind that at all. And we're coming over here because this is where I want to go. Now, we've got things here. What are these? These are barrel nuts, and we can pick these up. It says to press E to pick up the barrel nuts. So we're just going to tap E. Bam. We reach out. We grab them. Now we've got barrel nuts in our inventory, and we will get to that. Not right now, though. So we're using WASD and the mouse button, and the mouse to move around. And now I can pick up leaves. So we're going to press E once, pick up leaves. We're going to start picking up more leaves. Why is this important? Because our first power plants, power generators, power something, power converters, honestly they're energy converters. It's really what they do. They run on biofuel, and biofuel equals leaves and plants and wood and organic matter like that. So in the game it's leaves and wood, so that is what we're going to do. We're going to pick up a bunch of these, and you'll just hear me clacking away on the keyboard here, trying to get all of these leaves. Okay, we've got a decent amount. We're going to just make our way over to where we want to go. Now, couple things. Number one, this is a pale berry. These are great. Pick those up. They give you health. They're awesome. Also, there is a thing later in the game that they will do, and we will show you that. And that'll be cool. Not right now. Gloss over that. Something that Ada did not tell us is that we need to be sure we have to do the codex first. There's the codex.
Second objective. Please ensure you have your Fixit Incorporated Xeno Zapper equipped before leaving the drop zone. Note: according to Fixit regulations, every pioneer should have access to a means of defense against extraterrestrial threats.
Okay. She just said that they are extraterrestrial threats. I disagree. I think they're terrestrial threats because this is their planet and we landed on it. But nomenclature, fine. So how do we get to our inventory? It says on the left side, press tab to open the inventory. We're going to press tab. Kabam. Look at that. Kabam. Now we have inventory, right? We're going to press sort. Sort is amazing. Everything allows us to sort. It makes it nice and neat. It's so fantastic. So, there are many ways of getting something from your inventory into your hands. So let's highlight the Xeno Zapper. First off, we get the name at the top. Right below that, it tells us what slot it belongs in, and this one is the hands, something we can hold in our hand and use. Standard issue electroshock self-defense weapon for melee range, right? It's produced in Equipment Workshop, which means we can make more of them. And if we wanted to make them in workshops, we can make 1.5 of them in a minute. Okay? So we're not going to do that. We don't care about the recipe right now. That doesn't matter. So how do I get this from here to my hands? There's many ways. Number one, press and hold the left click. Drag it over to highlight the space you want until you see that fill in like that. Let go. And I'm testing it out. That's dangerous, but whatever. Now we know it works, right? So I'm going to put this back. Second thing you can do is double click it. And if its desired target slot is empty, it will go there. Also, if you hold shift, you can click one time and it will also do the same thing. So click drag, double click, shift click. They all do the same thing. They move it from here to there or there to here. Okay, cool, sweet. Because we're about to encounter people.
Third objective. Please familiarize yourself with the resource scanner to find iron. Note: the acquisition of iron is considered essential in preparation for all future objectives.
And boy, is she right. Okay, she is right, but we have locals that don't like us that much, and they're going to be guarding the iron ore that we're going to be getting, so let's go do that. We're going to run through here and pick up leaves. You can have too many leaves, but I don't know what that number is, so we're just going to pick up some leaves and more leaves and leaves. Leaves and leaves, and then, oh, hello. Now, everybody could do their own tutorial on how to fight these guys. But I do what I just showed there. So when they charge you, stand your ground. When they're roughly 2 meters from you, you're going to press and hold S, which is move backwards, and you're going to jump. Because they're coming at you and you're jumping backwards, you are almost moving at equal pace, but you're not. It's moving a little faster. Then you angle down towards its head, and you press left click, and you give it a nice little stabby stab like that. Now, if you actually hit it, it will shock it. And when you shock it like that, it stops. And that gives you a chance to land and hit another hit, strike it again, and then you back up and wait for it to start running again. You repeat that process, those 2 hits, and it's down in 4 hits with the Xeno Zapper. We will get better weapons, and I will show you that later. Right now, we're working with the Zapper. Okay, so 4 hits and those guys go down. We took 0 damage. You can fight them any way you want. That's just the way I fight them because I can do that consistently, no damage. Alright, so now you can press and hold E to pick up iron ore, and that looks like this.
4th objective, build the hub. Note: to complete this objective, the resources salvaged from the drop pod will be consumed. Caution: ensure the hub is built on spacious open terrain close to the presence of iron sources. Failure to do so will likely result in non-optimal progress.
Okay, Ada says, build your hub near iron, because you're going to need iron for everything. You will. And you will progress slowly because you use the hub for all of your upgrades, and we will get to that. We're not even there yet. There is a trick that I've been using, we, the community, have been using forever, because they've never patched it out. That's being honest. So, if you press and hold E, and then you press tab while you're still holding E, you can let go of both keys and it will mine until this breaks, or if you're actually on the node, it'll mine until your inventory is full. I'm not kidding. So here's how that works. I'm going to press hold E, I'm going to press tab twice, and then it's just going to mine. So what happened is I actually held E too long. I'm supposed to let it go before I make the inventory disappear. So E tab, let go of both, then tab. Just like that. E tab, let go of E, tab. So now I'm able to mine at my own pace, whatever I want, and I will demonstrate one more time here. There are no limits to these ore nodes. If you've played Factorio, you know that it will give you a count of resources. There's a finite amount. Satisfactory works differently. This is an endless node. Okay? That's incredibly important to note. You will not kill this node. You do not have to go find another one. I recommend finding all of them, but you play how you play. I'm not here to tell you how to play. I'm here to show you how to play. So you can use your creativity and do whatever you want with it. So I'm going to press and hold E, like this. Now I'm going to press tab one time. I'm going to let go of E. Now I'm going to press tab again. And now I'm just mining. Because this is an impure node, if you look on the left side, you'll see that I'm getting more and more ore. Every 3 strikes I get 1 more. And then to the right you'll see a number of parentheses, and that is the game telling me how many of that right now I have in my inventory. Really important, right? Alright, we're going to stop that. So I can just press E and it stops the mining. Or I move away from the node, because while you're doing that you can move. You can move, and I do that all the time. So we're going to grab a little bit more of these leaves, and I'm going to come over here and try to clear this off, because this is where our hub is going to go. I like this area specifically because we've got 2 iron nodes right there, and I will show you what I'm doing here in just a second. And there are 1, 2, 3, and 4 more nodes right down there. So we end up with a total of 6 iron nodes right here. I like that. This is where I like to start. That's just me. You can start wherever you want. Make a game, experiment, make another one, start somewhere else. You do you, okay? I'm just here to show you how to do things. So jumping, right? Okay, we're going to move forward. We're running right now. We're just going to jump. And this is just spacebar, right? This is just jumping. Now, if you have default controls, shift is slide, just like that. Slide. If you combine sliding and jumping, you can jump further. Allow me to demonstrate. I'm going to jump from the edge of this iron node. I'm going to land wherever I land. We're going to do that. Okay, so I land just on the far side of center of the node. And we're going to do that one more time. Okay, just on the far side of center. Now, what I'm going to do is a jump where I hit crouch and then jump in rapid succession. Crouch jump, just like that. Crouch jump. So shift space, super fast like that. I'm going to do it one time and you'll see what happens. Notice I cleared the node, right? We're going to go from this direction now because they're roughly circular. You can move faster, you can move farther if you crouch jump. I almost exclusively crouch jump everywhere. And yes, to answer a question you may have, you can correct your direction while in the air. WASD still totally work if you're in the air. And crouch jumping, if you crouch jump and you end up possibly jumping off the edge of a cliff, because you absolutely can jump off the edge of the map. And I'll show you that at some point. I'm holding things in my inventory, so I don't want to do that right now. Build menu by pressing Q, so we're going to press Q once. This is the builder. You're going to be in this a lot. Get used to this. This is Q. Okay, that's the default key for it. We're going to select the hub. The hub is special, okay, because it has one specific set of parts. Also, it will not let me place it right now because I'm in the way. And that is okay. So when you are building things in Satisfactory, you get a hologram. You get a projected hologram of the thing. Shows you how big it is. Shows you with that box around it, how big the collision box is, right? And you can place it wherever you want. We are going to place ours just right here, because we can. So now I'm in build mode. I am not in dismantle mode. Okay, notice that below the main little parts piece here, so it says currently building the hub, okay? Then you got the parts thing, which is right there. Then we've got the missing hub parts. We'll get to that, but it tells me that I'm missing parts. All of a sudden I can't afford, and also it always says you can only build one. There is another object in this game where you can only build exactly one of them, and we will get to that. So I'm going to press right mouse button to get out of this and hit escape. So now we're out of it. We're not building anymore.
Congratulations, you have unlocked Hub Feature Manual Craft Bench. Hub Feature Hub Terminal. Fifth objective, complete Hub Upgrade 1. Note, the Craft Bench and Hub Terminal are essential for progression to the next objective.
Fantastic. Okay, so what we did in this episode, we learned how to move, we learned how to look around, we learned how to jump, and I showed you what crouch jumping was. I showed you how to pick up objects like leaves and barrel nuts, and there's another thing called a pale berry. Looks kind of like a raspberry. We'll get to that, and I'll show you that. And now we are at the hub. So I also showed you how to build your very first thing, which is the hub. You can make only one of these, but yes, you can dismantle it and build it somewhere else. You can do that, because when you dismantle it, you get all of the parts of it, not just some. And that's important to note. So we are good here. And we're going to just, so we've got an exclamation here. We're going to press E, and then we're going to press E again. We're going to turn around to this guy, and we'll get to the hub. I'll explain it in the next episode. We're going to press E, and then E again. It's just so those exclamations go away. Fantastic. Alright, everyone. You've been amazing. I've been Renslayer. I will see you in the next one.